I do want to talk about something. I feel like it's an interesting conversation that could last 10 minutes. It's something Charles talked about. I kind of want to spin it into something else. So I want to look at all 30 Major League managers in baseball
Yes!
and see which one of them is the hottest.
Yes! So I was gonna prepare a list of all cross branding, but I think what we'll do is a battle tournament.
Yeah. Let's do. We'll do, and like we'll do one for each of the leagues, right? NBA, NHL, MLB, all that stuff. NFL.
I guess I should give backstory.
So I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look up the 30 Major League Baseball managers and see if we can get a list, and we can look at their pictures and be like, would you?
We're just gonna call them handsome or not handsome, okay?
Okay.
Well, we're not gonna put people on the spot.
Fine.
People might not even be attracted to baseball, okay? Let's start how this goes. So I'm at lunch the other day, like last Friday, and I'm reading ESPN on my phone. I have ESPN Plus thingy, whatever it is, from my Hulu Disney account. All that fun stuff. And I'm reading an article about the Giants for whatever reason. Because I don't watch a lot of West Coast sports. And I'm like, oh, hey, baseball and Gabe Kepler. And I knew of Gabe Kepler when he was in
Philly.
Yeah, the Philly as a manager. I remember him lightly as a player from back in the day because he was on that Red Sox team. And then I see this photo shot of him. And I'm like, Gabe Kepler? More like Babe Kepler. This guy is fucking handsome. And I'll say this right now. I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. I like
indeed.
women, but I'm kind of into Gabe Kepler. I was like, holy shit. And then I'm like, it's like when I hear him, I hear Hispanic drums, the Gypsy Kings. And then Andrew's like, oh, he's Jewish. And I'm like, oh. And so I just went on a deep dive on this man. And he's also against domestic violence and his wife do some stuff.
He has a charity for that, right?
He has a charity for it. I'm like, what is this? What is this? I'm hey, I gotta talk to him though. I gotta say, listen, man, if you're gonna be my bottom here, you have to actually eat more stuff than just red meat every day because he has a very weird constructed diet because that's how it started. I was reading about his nutritional thing because I guess that was his highlight about him. And here's the thing I'll tell you guys. I actively work out. I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder or anything like that. I'm 32. I'm just trying to keep healthy and everything like that. And I like to vary it. And the way I'll look into different workout tips is not from people on the cover of magazines that you see Muscle and Fitness. I just actually look at professional athletes and wrestlers. And you can construct a weird stuff if you have your own kind of gym. It's strange. But then he just does this whole just red meat diet every single day with some light fruits and yogurt. And I'm like, listen, weirdo. All right, we eat some Oreo cookies up in here. Let me feed you some Airheads so you can actually know what greatness tastes like. Or you can choke on a brownie cupcake like I did earlier today. So it started to have me kind of get an idea of other men. You know what the sad part is? I know who the ugliest manager of all time is, and it hurts me, but it's a notable shout out. But now I want to compile the list of handsome managers, people who can give Babe Kepler a run for their money.
Okay, so I've got a list here. We're gonna put it on the excuse me, the big screen here. So let me remove that. We're not talking about that. So let's start with the first one. We're gonna start in the American League, and then we'll move our way on over to the National League, and this will get us to the halfway point of the show. So for the Baltimore Orioles, that is Brandon Hyde. So let's take a look at good old Brandon Hyde here. So there he is. He's I mean, I'm just gonna go with whether I would, if
you just think he's a handsome man or not. You can see it like that. You don't have to do or not do. Some people aren't ready for that. Even though I got to the season finale of season 3 of Schitt's Creek, and that might be relevant more. Brandon Hyde, not. He's that guy that if he bought me nachos, I entertain the idea of conversing him for more than 10 minutes, but nothing exceptional. The ears are kind of weird. Okay?
Maybe it's when he's wearing a hat. Some people wear hats and their ears kind of pop out like that. Yeah, and maybe if he's normal with the hair and all that stuff. Actually, oh no, he doesn't really have hair. Never mind. Okay, well, no, it's a no for me.
Not into it.
Andrew, I don't know if you want to be a part of this.
Well, it's fine. Oh, we're just calling men handsome.
No,
it's okay.
He's his mic's not working again. I think.
Maybe he saw how beautiful Gabe Kepler was.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's part of the tribe, right? That's
handsome ass tribe.
Yeah.
It's like the inner circle of the tribe.
Well, let's let's do this one. Alex Cora, Charles.
Absolutely not. Toxic ass relationship that him and I would have.
Alex Cora.
He just shaved his facial hair because his team wasn't winning, so he was like, "Oh, let's go from there."
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm just gonna get your opinion on this because I feel like it's actually much funnier that way.
Yeah, Alex Cora, like. No.
Okay, all right. Let's go on.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Plus, he looks so weird shaven.
All right.
I just don't like him. Don't like him.
Let's move on to Tony La Russa.
Oh my God! Probably the ugliest looking guy.
Tony La
Russa.
He's in his 80s or like late 70s.
You know what? Yeah, I don't care. He wasn't handsome 20 years ago.
Well, I mean, look at young Tony La Russa then. Let me see. Look at young Tony La Russa. Look at him. Look at the dapper fellow with the Cubs.
Yeah, no. Tony La Russa is the guy who's at Boca. Sipping on some,
I don't know. I think I could dig young Tony. Look at him playing with the A's right there. Out in, I think it was Kansas City A's. So
I'm going to keep it to the current age. All right, and there's some handsome looking
right.
older.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Tony's got that drinking problem.
I forgot about that.
I can't go from there.
All right, next. How about Tito? Terry Francona.
Oh, yeah. Terry Francona's kind of a daddy.
He'd be fun to hang out with.
Yeah, he'd be cool, man.
I think he'd be cool, all right? I know he broke your heart in 2004, but, I mean...
Yeah, but he kind of won my heart a little bit in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's a handsome enough looking guy.
Yeah, so Terry Francona. All right, that's a good one. Okay, next is... how about AJ Hinch?
All right, let me go on the Google here.
You know, he's trying to restore his image... Okay, kind of rebuild his character, right? Yeah, he's a bad boy, you know?
I mean... AJ Hinch looks like a guy that gets upset if they don't have his specific kind of chaw, and I don't want to be around that kind of guy in my life.
Okay, all right. So that's AJ.
Plus, he's a cheater.
Yeah.
He's a cheater. He's the guy who lies to your face when you look through the text messages.
I think we'll only be able to do the American League today, given the time constraints.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, so we'll do the National League next time, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is how about good old Dusty Baker?
Oh, I mean,
the inventor of the high five.
No.
These
Ron Washington knew how to party.
That's true. That's Dusty. How about young? Let me see, young Dusty Baker. How does young Dusty Baker look?
Dusty Baker looks like the guy who would have to tell me to go to church if I spent over the night on a Saturday. I'm not ready for that.
There he is in San Francisco.
I don't want to meet your mom, or your dad.
All right. So that's Dusty Baker. So we'll
because I'm not going on the young man. Listen, there's plenty of men or women who have to deal with ugly old men at the bar hitting on him, and that's how we're doing the modern day stuff. Back in the day, my knees didn't hurt, guys, and they hurt. So we got to keep it constant.
All right. Next is...
I know you're going to save him for last, too, in the AL. So
all right.
Might as well.
How about... We're trending a little bit younger here, but Mike Matheny. Mike Matheny. What is he managing? Oh, he's managing the Royals. Okay, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Maybe...
Didn't move too far from St. Louis.
Mike Matheny has good hair.
And that is true. He's got good hair.
And as a guy who worships his own hair,
yeah, he's got good hair.
I respect it.
I like, the way it flows out from the back. Yeah, he knows how to work that. That's for sure.
He's got a little bit of that intensity in him.
There it is, combed right there. That's not bad.
Like if someone grabbed,
he's got a very nice, stern-looking face.
If someone grabbed my arm at the club, I think Mike Matheny would throw hands. So, okay, Mike Matheny, what's up, man?
All right,
you ain't up on Gabe Kepler, but
Okay, all right. So how about? Okay, we're gonna keep going here. How about Joe Madden? How about wacky Joe Madden? All right.
Joe Madden can take me out for dinner. Yeah. That's it. With his cute ass glasses, looking like Carl from Up.
He kind of does. He kind of does look like Carl from Up. All right.
He also changed to the facial hair. You know, that's what happens. His wife divorces him. He's like, all right, boys and girls, we can go out in the town. We're in LA now.
All right, next, out in Minnesota, Rocco Baldelli.
Let me look at Rocco here.
Rocco Baldelli doesn't.
The name is exotic.
Well, I mean, Rocco was just confirmed for Nick Smash.
He just kind of seems like a love child of Gabe Kepler and Manu Ginobili.
Yeah, the top of his head, and then he's got the beard and now he's got a beard, I think. Yeah. A little bit, yeah. It's like they mashed both of them together, some sort of Photoshop thing.
He's
interesting.
40.
Yeah, he's one of the younger managers out there. So
all right,
he's one of the younger managers.
I don't think he's a babe.
One of the early Rays legends.
Andrew, you think Rocco Baldelli is a babe? He was one of your guys. Andrew was like, I was super
early Rays legend. You know, he got at least one chance at the World Series championship, which was good. He, suffered through all that time in Tampa. He's completely checked out
loyal.
of this.
He's loyal.
Yeah. All right.
Rocco Baldelli. Loyal.
Rocco,
okay.
yeah. I think his career was cut short, unfortunately.
He's the guy that you end up marrying after you've had.
All right, Charles. How about your boy, Aaron Boone? Aaron bleeping Boone.
Is Aaron Boone handsome? This is a hard thing to.
I mean, he's got the thing with the ears, like you didn't like with the
He's got the weird ass ears. He kind of looks like Sir Radigan if he wasn't juiced up. Radigan for The Great Mouse Detective. But I admire.
Why do I know that reference?
I admire Aaron Boone's temper tantrums sometimes. If you ever see him argue balls and strikes.
I mean, he will defend you to the end. That's for sure. Yeah.
But here's the problem. If you think if we make
there he is when he was young. When he was young, wasn't too bad. He wasn't too shabby when he was young.
His wife's handsome. I don't know. I think it's that Aaron Boone is kind of a ride or die mentality. Like if Mike Denny would defend me if someone grabbed my arm, Aaron Boone would just stab him, and I can appreciate that for what it's worth. Not my cup of tea.
Alrighty. We're getting down here. Oh, how about this one? How about Mark Kotze out in Oakland? He's one of the newer ones. He's one of the this is his first actual managerial job. Okay. All right, he's former Marlin. He came up with the team. I think he got a ring in '97 as one of those September call-ups, and that's how he's rocking it today.
Definitely not my cup of tea.
No.
He looks like he likes to go to garage sales and Bass Pro Shop. We ain't doing that, man.
Okay.
I'm not listening to Applebee's on a Saturday night or Wednesday night or whatever.
You're not a Stone Cold Steve Austin type of looking guy. That's
hell no, man.
No. All right. Okay. So then we're getting down to the last four. Scott Service out in Seattle.
All right, let's take a peek at this here.
So Scott Service, there he is. All right.
All right. Oh no. He looks like he giggles if you just hold his hand. No, pass.
Oh gosh. All right. Let's get down to. Oh, how about Andrew's old boy Kevin Cash? He's another one of the youngins.
Right,
Kevin Cash out in Tampa.
Like Kevin Cash. Oh yeah,
I think he's okay.
Yeah. He's handsome.
There we go. Andrew's got one. Yeah, he's got his boy. I mean, he played for the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
So,
we get Kevin Cash.
Yeah.
We'll put him at number 2 or 3 for baseball right now.
Okay. Top one in the American League, at least.
So far, yeah.
Okay. All right. So
it's that swagger, it's that braggadocious that's about him.
That's true. He's not afraid to take out Blake Snell in a game-deciding World Series game when he was going hot. He wasn't listening to everybody else. He was going to follow the numbers. That's what he was going to do. Chris Woodward out in Texas.
All right, let's take a look at
Chris Woodward, another one of the youngins as well.
Ears kind of screwed up.
He's going to have all those unwritten rules, Charles. Remember that. You never know. He's going to you might piss him off, and he's just going to be like, you should have known. Right?
No, I don't want that.
Okay.
It's the ears, man. I can't do that, man. I guess that's my thing.
All right. How about a little Latin spice here? The Toronto Blue Jays manager, Charlie Montoyo.
Well, I mean, we both have the same name.
Yeah, so. That's gonna get weird. That is gonna get weird.
Yeah,
Charlie and Charles.
Oh, Charlie Montoya, no.
Yeah, I mean he
goofy.
might
He's
cook you
goofy,
some pretty
man.
damn good Latin dishes though. Where is he from? What is he? I mean, or what's his ethnic background? I gotta figure this out.
Oh, it's Puerto Rican. He's gonna be looking at me like, "You want that mofongo?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh man, it's almost like I'm in a time loop," and I'm gonna have him yell at me.
Oh no. Okay. Wow, that was a weird thing that we just did, and we're at the halfway point at an hour and 5 minute mark. That just a little bit over. Andrew, it's over. The ordeal is over for now. We're gonna do
Tune
it
in
next
next week.
And the National League is next week. This was really, and then we'll do the NBA, and then we'll do the NHL, and then we'll do the NFL.
NBA, I'll tell you right now, is it Jason Kidd and nobody else, right?
Mm.
He used to pull, man.
Oh god.
He used to pull back in the day when he was
This could last us the rest of this season, actually, and then we'll have like our series finale. We'll have
It's like a round robin tournament.
Well then, let's look into the handsomest National League managers, Charles.
Alrighty.
So let me
Take some appearances.
Let me pull up my list here of all the current MLB managers, and then we'll get started. I don't want all of them. I want the current ones. There we go. Current National League managers. So let's pull up the screen here, and we shall start. Actually, let me get the donuts out of the way. They're making me hungry. Okay, I might just dip into some of my mixed berry whipped cream cheese to satiate myself afterwards.
You can never go wrong with donut.
So, let's start with Tori Lavulo, who is the manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks. So let's head on over to Phoenix, and there's our boy. There's Tori Lavulo. Charles, what do you think of this man? That's him from the side for profile. Look at him as one of the coaches with the Blue Jays. That's him from the front.
Looks like a MAGA guy. I can't do it.
Oh no! All right then. So
He might not be.
There's
and I'm not
Rhode.
saying that you can't support who you want to support. I'm just saying that there's a type.
All
There's
right.
a type. It's drier than the Sahara Desert with that. Sorry.
Next is Brian Snitker, who's the manager of the Atlanta Braves.
I think I'm compelled to say yes, just on the sole basis that that's like my paralegals team.
So there's Brian Snitker right there. That's
Look on my thing.
I mean, there he is looking.
Oh yeah, sure. No,
There we go.
Just literally, I never saw him without the cap before, and it's literally
Yeah,
like a testicle with some hair.
He's not okay. Well then, I was gonna say he was bald, but all right. Next, David Ross, Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, because he's still coming out of like being a player.
Yeah.
So he still probably keeps it stacked.
Got a good beard.
You know,
He's got a good
He's
beard.
got a good beard.
Yeah.
You know, Ross is fine.
All right.
Kind of just a human meat shield for that organization.
Yeah.
But whatever. You know,
Yeah, look at his GF right there. All right. Okay, so there's that's David Ross. All right, so there's your first handsome manager for the National League. So, who was who was your American League favorite one?
I think it was Kevin Cash.
Kevin Cash. That's right. Yeah, it was Kevin Cash. So, all right. So the Rays manager has made it to the final.
And the auto no was Charlie Montoya.
Yeah. So then we've got David Bell, the manager of the Cincinnati Reds.
You know what's sad? This is how I'm going to know who is the active managers of all these teams.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Yeah, well, here's David Bell. I'll tell you this: he will fight for you. He's always he's with the Reds. It's a terrible situation. But
his cheeks creep me out because it kind of looks like a creative character. Like he has a very strong jaw,
like in Skyrim or something.
But very sunken cheeks, and I'm just kind of like, okay, it's kind of like what would you think the definition of a tough guy ought to be?
All right. But he will defend you. He will defend you.
Someone's got to.
All right. Well, next is Bud Black of the Colorado Rockies.
Let's see. It's been a while since I looked at Bud Black. Let's take a peek.
So,
Bud Black.
there we go. There's Bud Black.
Mean, his old pictures with that mustache reminds me of John Turturro. He's got good hair for an old guy.
Yeah, here he is all cleaned up with the Rockies on media day.
He's old.
He's
I ain't no sugar baby.
profile.
All right,
Okay.
I have my own job.
All right then. Well, let's go then to Dave Roberts. Huh? How about good old Davey? He broke your heart in 2004. Will he mend it in 2022?
I think when I said about Dusty Baker, it was like he's the one that would kick me out of bed and go to church with him in the morning. Dave Roberts is like, here's the cab money. I don't know.
Man, he has not aged well.
No, he hasn't at all.
Look at him when he was younger. Dear Lord. Wow, he has not aged well at all.
Listen, if you were the manager of the Dodgers making bold predictions each year and getting nowhere. I mean, Dave Roberts is cool. You know what? You want to know why you date Dave Roberts? Because you feel like he can get you connected with cool-ass people. He's in L.A.
Hollywood, yeah.
You know, he's got all these great talents on the team. You let him buy you the sushi. All right? That's all I can say. You let him buy you the sushi.
All right. Next, Don Mattingly, the Marlins.
So here's a Don Mattingly thing. It's more about, I've known you since I was a child, and you're like the childhood friend, and right now I'm just kind of desperate because I don't know what love is. I want you to show me, but Don just he's kind of going through a different look, man. Different look and different phrases. Can't do it. He's kind of like I've been on a Curb Your Enthusiasm kick. So yeah. I really feel like he's like pre-Larry David before Larry David comes in.
Okay.
But the funny thing about the show is that they let Don just kind of, or not Don, they let Larry just go on like random dates with people in the stories. So it's kind of funny. Don Mattingly back in the day, no question. The stash, man. But now it's kind of like it's all down.
He's got the reading glasses now and all. All right, Craig Counsell, Milwaukee.
Craig should still be a babe. Let's see. It's been a minute. Counsell.
He's playing. Yeah, that's him.
Let's see what. I mean, mildly attractive if you're kind of attracted.
He's on one of the younger end of the managers right now.
Mildly attractive if you're kind of attracted to like Midwestern-looking 40-year-old actors.
Which is why he's in Milwaukee. So
yeah. I mean that's kind of his vibe, right? Like a John Noble-esque kind of look to him. It's kind of basically like, oh hey, if the guy who plays Jim Halpert ended up being a baseball manager. I forgot his name.
Interesting. Yeah,
a little bit.
He's Mr. Fantastic, isn't he?
Yeah, well, who knows? Because God knows in this universe. Explain to me how you can do like a multiverse movies with different characters not coming to play, but you're not going to recast Chadwick Boseman. They let James Bond get recast. I understand he died of cancer, but I think T'Challa's interesting. I don't think his sister's interesting, and Namor is lame. Saying that right now, you can hear me on live TV. Swimmerman is lame. How do you have slick back hair being in the water? That's the one thing I never understood. Like, if you guys know Namor. Anywho, my nerdiness aside,
Buck Showalter. Another old friend.
Hell nah.
All right.
No, and it's not because Buck is just old. Because hey, I'm gonna let Dave Roberts take me out to eat. But Buck, man, Buck has looked the same for the last 20 years.
That's true. He's aged not much at all.
Aged.
He's been exactly. Okay. Oh, how about another old friend, Joe Girardi?
Joe's a babe, man. What?
Yeah.
Joe beat that ass, man.
Exactly. All right.
You disrespect me at dinner. I forgot who he said that would grab the guy's arm and then knock him out. But Joe Girardi would throw hands. His forearms are huge, man. Joe was just angry because he's been perpetually bald since like 1979. But it's okay. Definitely, we give love to Joe Girardi.
All right. Okay.
He's a tough guy, man. He's that guy that whoever is your kid's date at the prom will look at him like, damn, I don't want to meet your dad. That's a.
I hope Andrew's getting geared up for like an Andrewverse after this. Like, I hope he's planning something while we're doing this. Okay, next. Wow, I didn't even know who is the manager of the Pirates, but apparently it's Derek Shelton.
All right, let's look at Derek Shelton.
There he is.
Oh, wait, hold on. I had my mic on mute. I wanted to mention something quickly about Joe Girardi.
Oh.
For whatever he does, the one thing that I will always remember about him was he was the one that came out of the stands at Wrigley and told everyone that the game was canceled after Darryl Kyle's death.
That's right.
Joe Girardi is a stand-up human being, boys.
Yeah.
For the rest of my life, I'm going to remember him for doing that. That was just, and he told everyone, you know, basically like, calm down. You'll learn more soon, but you know, this is serious. Don't boo. That just showed me right then what kind of a person he was.
Yeah.
Joe Girardi.
Yep.
He's a daddy.
Yeah. So there's it's well here we are with was it Derek Shelton for the Pirates.
He kind of looks like he could be like Alec Baldwin's stand-in.
Okay. All right, don't get shot.
That's all I can comment on that.
All right then.
He also looks very angry in some of these photos.
Well, he's the manager of the Pirates. Wouldn't you?
It is Pittsburgh. That place is a literal toxic waste, so I understand.
Okay. Next, we've got Bob Melvin, manager of the Padres.
Bob Melvin, another one who's looked the same for like 50 fucking years.
That is true as well. So there's Bob Melvin when he was with the A's. Let's see, there he is in San Diego.
Looks like Marty Funkhauser's actor. But that's a disrespect to that actor.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
he looks a little like Bob Saget for some reason to me. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's a no. Next. Ooh, I think this is gonna be hard. Gabe Kapler.
I mean, listen. We are
the reason for this right now.
The man who, you know, I'm gonna take care of him. All right? I'm gonna beat him up. I'm gonna take him to Dixie Cream Donuts. I'm like, listen, man. You know, we go from there. You know, I'll go to the synagogue with him one time. His wife can come along. It'll be perfectly fine. You know, just like, you know, you talk about the standard, the blueprint of what players transitioning into management ought to look like. It's right there.
He has a fantastic beard.
It's a fantastic beard. You know, it's like, you know, the commercials of the guys in Rogaine, how black it is. That's what it is, and that's probably not even.
But he's got the salt and pepper in like all the right places.
Guys, God picks winners and losers, and Babe Kepler is the one who won out in the managers, where you have, like, you know, potato fuck that is Buck Showalter. With all due respect, Buck, we still love you from back in the day. Nah, man, you know, it just changed. And this man's been around before. I'm like, I never paid attention to it. But that one time I read that ESPN article, I'm like, oh, man. You know, we'd be married. It's okay. He's going to understand why I'm daddy true up in this.
Oh, boy.
It's just the look of the seat. He has a weird diet. The raw meat, and then just like maybe like a percentage of blueberries. I'm like, buddy, what you doing here? But yeah, Babe Kepler, the Helen of Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships, right here for you.
Yeah, the Phillies missed out on him. They had to hire Joe Girardi just to try and even make up for it, you know.
Well, you know, it's okay. It's okay, you know.
All right, the manager of the St. Louis Cardinals, Oliver Marmol.
Man, you're gonna go from greatness to this. Let's take a peek at him. I don't know.
Oliver Marmol. Oh, wow, I didn't even know he was the manager of the Cardinals. I know they fired their manager. No, he got fired. No, he was the manager a while ago. But yeah, there he is. So, he's on the younger end, of course.
They have Mike Schlitt. Here's the thing about Oliver Mall. I've seen it all in Dolphin Mall in Miami. I'm not impressed. Shania Twain, that don't impress me much, dude. So you got the looks, but haven't got the touch. Right. I mean, seriously, is that not like 8th Street? It's around. It's okay.
All right. Next, Dave Martinez, Washington.
All right. Let's see. I haven't thought about Dave Martinez in some time since the World Series.
He's wearing sunglasses in a lot of them.
It falls down to. I've seen it, man. I've seen it.
Yeah,
I know that
same
guy.
thing. The same.
He's the guy that's at Applebee's with his girlfriend and the 2 kids, and he's still gonna flirt with the waitress. I can't get behind it. I've seen that, Dave.
All right. Well, and that's it. That's your National League manager. So
rankings:
Gabe Kapler, then Joe Girardi. Kevin.
Girardi.
So okay, well, finalist for the National League is Gabe Kapler, of course, right?
Of course,
all right.
Absolutely.
So Gabe Kapler versus Kevin Cash.
Oh, Gabe Kapler wins it.
All right,
Kevin Cash gets a little bit of appreciation.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, Gabe Kapler, you are the handsomest manager in Major League Baseball. You are the final. You are Final Four in this thing that we're doing.
Now, can I give you my winner? It's not even a nominee. It's a winner for ugliest manager of all time. And it's
Oh, that's right. Okay, of all time, not just now.
And it hurts a little bit to say it.
Is it Joe Torre?
It's Joe Torre. Joe Torre is fugly, man. I love Joe Torre. We love Joe Torre. You talk about men who don't age, but Joe Torre looks like a. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
even
saw
young Joe Torre wasn't the most handsome of men.
But you saw the Rescue Rangers movie, right? You know how they had Sweet Pete? It's like they just took a picture. They didn't say, hey, let's look at what Peter Pan would look like. Let's just say Joe Torre. And you know I'm right. I haven't even seen the movie. But I saw a picture of Sweet Pea. I'm like, I thought Joe Torre. Joe Torre literally looks like a protocol of what Pete from Steamboat Willie would look like in human form. I'm pretty sure Walt Disney, because they copy everything in Disney, looked into the future and said, this guy, Joe Torre, what's he about? Like, oh, we're going to make him Steamboat Willie. I love Joe Torre. He did a lot of things for establishments. But when we created this list, he's better now not managing. I can't explain it. But it's just not there. The hat didn't help either. He literally looks like a caricature. Like if he went to the carnival, and we're gonna get a little bit mean here, but I think Joe Torre is just gonna cry with his $100 bills, and that's okay, wiping it down. But if we went to the carnival, and you know how at the fair they draw, it's a caricature go through, they would draw him normal.
All right. Oh gosh. Okay, so that's it. I guess next time we'll do NFL. We'll do NFL. Let's do that.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Sean McVay, kids.
Well, let's. Gosh, this was weird.